Hi, everyone. This is Alex back with Pop the Culture. Today, we're joined by B from the Kongsaurus podcast and Chad from Macross Mecha Manual. So here they are. Everyone say hi.
Hello.
We're back. We're back for the week.
Back in action. Thanks for having me.
Where's that other one? What happened to that girl? She's gone.
Well, you don't think I'm a good replacement for the girl, for Celia?
Yeah. I mean, that's why we kicked her out.
Don't answer that. That's a trap. Don't answer that.
That's why we kicked her out, just to have you.
It's a trap. You never know.
It's ironic. It's ironic that we had to talk about what is it, like sexism or whatever, and then the first thing we do is get rid of Celia.
You replaced her. I can bring some Cheryl figures if you want some extra figures in the background, but I have some nice figures to replace.
I was hoping you were going to dress as Cheryl.
Oh, I could do that too. I can put on some wigs if you want. I can get the missus. She loves playing dress up, so you never know.
Next time.
Next
We're
time.
just so unprepared.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing that we want to talk about is that this last week, Bandai announced some new SD. Actually, they're not new. They're reissues from 30 years ago, 1990. These sets were released in 1990, and they're just coming back today, 2021. Not today, but this days. Have you guys seen this on what do you call it? All over the web, the Macross news.
I did. I saw Toy Wizards posting an article about it, and I immediately went to click and see how much they cost. And yes, they're reissues, but they look a little bit different, and they're missing one that I thought was supposed to be in there. But I don't know if it's an exact reissue.
Yeah, let's show. This is there's two sets that they're selling. This is the first one, and this is like the original kit. Here, yeah. I downloaded the pictures of the original kits from the 90s.
Yeah,
so these are them. There's 4 of them.
Okay,
and then these are this is the advertising for the new kits, and it's basically the same.
Oh, okay.
And then set 2 is this. This is new. I think this is new, which is just like the same mold, but different schemes, different markings.
Maybe I was thinking of a different set that was like packaged together, and they're like, it was always like in a shrink wrap with 4 of them packaged together. And I don't remember. These are all model kits, right? So these aren't fully.
Did they transform the ones that you saw?
I don't remember. I remember selling them at a con, but maybe I had a different version because I remember seeing an ostrich too. That's why I thought in my head there was like an SD kit that had an ostrich too. So maybe that's the one I was thinking about versus these. But
I was thinking like, where's the ostrich on this?
Yeah.
The lint was there for like 0.1 second. It was like the ostrich was there for like half the movie, and then they have the lint instead of the ostrich here.
The elusive lint of why it's so popular. I mean, did you ever ask that question? Like, why is it so popular?
The ostrich? The lint?
Yeah, for 1 second of screen time. Like, it's like for some people's holy grail.
Because they showed the backside. People love the backside.
Ooh, yeah.
Just get so attached. What do you think, Chad? Are you interested in any of these kits? Are you I'm gonna say right now, like, I like the way they look, but I'm probably not gonna get them. I bought all the egg planes before, and I've never put one together. They're just boxes in my closet.
Yeah, no, probably not for me, because unfortunately I'm not much of a model maker.
Are you all about the toys, Chad?
No, more about the art than anything else. I was buying quite a few figures up until a couple years ago, and then sort of stopped. But I love my high metal R's, and I love the Bandai DX. And I have a few of the Arcadia and Yamatos from back in the day. But other than that, I kind of like dialed down on my figure collecting.
Chad has to have one of each toy. He just has to have one of those. Like, he needs like that tactile enjoyment of at least one, right?
Just
You
the
have like
just the
one
one
DX.
one physical example is good enough. And then after that, I'm just like, I don't get much out of it.
You don't need all the variants like me. You don't need this.
Yeah,
like
he's not sick like us.
148 shelf with every
No,
single color mold of.
I don't know. I wouldn't say sick. I just what I'd say is like it doesn't provide the same.
I'll screen this
It's
way
a
so you can see the
law of
rest of
diminishing
everything.
returns. Law of diminishing returns. It just doesn't provide the same thrill as the first one does. So.
That's true, but then you get the people that are like, you got to get them all, and then there's different scales, and yeah. But I mean, that's the cool thing about Macross fandom is that everybody has something that really kind of attracts them to collections. So for you, it's the art and one thing. For me, it's the toys. For some people, they're all about the figures and the music. So I've always liked that fandom broadly reaching everybody.
Or just the anime itself.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
I don't hate how you collect. I just don't see your Macross in your background. So I mean, you're just hanging out in your bedroom.
Oh yeah, they're not on display right now, unfortunately. So yeah, they're still in storage. Much of them on the other side of the country right now. So
for the owner of the Macross Mecha Manual, I thought you would like be drenched in just Macross stuff everywhere you go, from head to toe. But
you'd think you'd be wearing an armor right now too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Disappointing.
Even you.
Sorry, it's such a disappointment. Oh my god, why do you invite me?
Well, what about you, B? Are you gonna get these like for the kids, for yourself? Is that something that I mean?
I would say I would love to get model kits, and I have many that are unbuilt. But it's about finding the time and dedication to do it. When I have explored putting together like a kit or two, I really enjoyed it. But it's a process. So respect to all the model kit builders out there, because if that's your hobby and that's how you enjoy spending your time, like it's fantastic. But I think for people, you got to find that hobby, or I can commission an EXO to do it for me, which is probably more likely at this point than it is for me to do it. I
don't know, man. I'm running out of time. Like I'm not even gonna get these. And like I said, I haven't built those egg planes that I bought. I'm so happy about the VF1D coming with the pre-built fan racer.
The fan racer, yeah, that looks great. But
yeah, I've never finished my fan racer. It's right here. Watch.
The kit, the version, or the one that you made, the 3D printed one?
No, this is the Yamato.
The Yamato kit that came out.
Actually, like it broke right there.
The little tips.
See how it broke? And I just like forget it. I'm not gonna finish this.
Forget about it.
It still like comes off.
See, the other thing about collections though is for people that are like me that enjoy displaying stuff, SD things kind of go into like a weird place. It doesn't go with the 160s. It doesn't go with like you have to have a dedicated space for either models or SD things. And for me, I don't know where I would display it. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I may pass, just because I don't have the space. But so is the problem for any collector, right? Is the space.
You know what I was thinking about these sets is that the fact that they were SDs, that they're not line art accurate. I was thinking like maybe they would be able to import it, because you know how like HG owns like just the way that they're drawn. Like well, this happened in the 80s when Hasbro got the 155 for Jetfire. And then what do you call it? Matchbox had to import the joke machines instead of the 155 itself, because you know, that was licensed to the other property. And I was like, maybe they could, you know, import these instead. But
it could be parody license, right? Kind of.
Yeah, but I think
kind of like this. Like we were talking about SD, so I was like, I got to wear my SD Thunderhammer shirt. So this is all
that, huh?
I don't know. Some guy that used to build stuff for us. It was really cool. But yeah,
long gone from the Macross stuff. But yeah. So yeah, they did the joke machines instead of the 155, and then they were gonna sell their own kind of like transforming VF1, but you could put a little 118 figure in it. Did you ever get those 118 Matchbox figures?
I didn't know. How about you, Chad?
They sold the the VF1s, and they had the mechanism to transform, but they couldn't make it work. So it was like are you
talking about the fat VF1? Like the really big one with the opening cockpit? Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing that at an old Fedco, and I ended up getting the the hover tank instead because it transformed more than that one.
But kind of transformed. It doesn't have the tank mode or whatever you call it.
Yeah, close enough. As a kid, I wanted something.
It was the same way. They had all the mechanisms to go all the way, but they didn't finish it.
Yeah,
because they're just like I don't know what happened, budget or whatever.
We need the toys that made us Macross edition. No, that'll never happen. Right?
Yeah, that would never happen.
Yeah,
or
that'd be fun.
I don't know if they could do that, but yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, they don't even make that documentary anymore. I think they finished.
Did they?
Like 1 and 2.
It's done. It was they had like 2-3 seasons of it. I loved it. Maybe there's not enough toy lines, so. But yeah, Macross would be a really interesting story, but too political,
Toy Galaxy did it, so you could watch that instead.
Ah, okay. Chad. So speaking of like SD things, if you are so knowledgeable on Macross Mecha Manual things and like true line art things, but do you have any documentation on the SD world? Is that just completely? Do you have any documentation on that, or is that just out of scope? Because
you mean on his site?
Yeah.
No, there's like that one image that Kawamori drew of himself in a super deformed Valkyrie that's really super cute.
Oh yeah.
I want to actually color that one of these days.
Yeah.
But other than that, like that's the only thing I know about SD, other than like what's in books and whatnot. Like because they have like there's like Macross model makers and there's some old books and stuff like that where they feature some of the SD stuff. But other than that, there's not much on it. I think you have to. That's sort of like an element of Macross collecting that I never got into, and just there also isn't a lot of line art for it. There's a lot of like box cover illustrations and paintings and stuff for all of this kind of stuff, but there's not like actual line art.
Yeah, that's true, and it's all up to interpretation, right? Because SD formatting is up to whoever the artist is. I remember seeing that version in that picture in perfect memory, right? Of like I think it was a Max and Mira that was SD form, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But yeah, interesting to see different takes of them.
They were kissing, and there was some they were in like fighter, I think. Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, they're cool. They're very cute too. They're awesome. But it's like, there's not much of that in most of the books, unfortunately. Like most of the main like art books for the series, anyway. But
yeah, and I've always been impressed with super deformed toys that really have the foresight to change, like to actually transform and really keep all the parts and things. So whether it was the original joke machines or these.
Do you have those new ones from Kids Concept?
I do. I have one right here. All right, let's see.
Those look nice. I don't know if they're built robustly, but
trying to do this without dropping all my high metals. But yeah, here's the SD one from Kids Concept that I thought were I mean, it's just with diecast you just have to have really deep lines, right? These are always that was a problem with like the version 160s that like the weathering for the lines is just
that's diecast.
It is. It's metal. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So at least parts of it are definitely metal, and it's super heavy. So I was impressed, but the backpack is a little floppy because it's heavy. But yeah, a lot of the parts are die cast, and it looks fantastic. I like it. I like the scale.
Bootleg.
Did you hear that here? Are you trying to recommend alternative methods to get stuff?
It's a discussion they're having.
Is it
group?
Oh, the old days of recast it. Yeah, but I like it. I was thinking about getting the whole set, but for some of these,
it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's bigger than the standard joke machine for sure. But I wanted to get most of them. But again, it's one of those things where like I got one, I was like kind of satisfied with it, and I wasn't 100% happy. If it was like a super fantastic figure, I might get it all. But I saw the points of like the backpack kind of a little bit floppy, and then the what are they called again? These lines? What I'm blanking. Panel lines. Yeah. So the panel lines are just like really thick, and so I guess I just wasn't a fan of that. But
cool.
It's cool.
Nice though.
I like it. Yeah, and it transforms. So good for them.
Nice.
But my favorite SD figure is this one though, the one that I made, the Humdinger. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
They should make that for like officially.
The Thunder Hammer. Oh man, an official Thunder Hammer. Can you imagine? That would be amazing.
I imagine it all the time.
An official Thunder Hammer.
Hey, Chad, you don't have the Thunder Hammer in your, because there is no line art for the Thunder Hammer. That's not even in the Macross Mecha Manual, right?
No. It was actually originally created as a customized model in like Hobby Japan or Dengeki Hobby or something like that. I can't remember which magazine.
I think Hobby Japan.
Hobby Japan, yeah. Yeah, way back like in the late 90s, early 2000s or something like that, it was created, and then it sort of became a fan favorite after that. And then yeah, but there's no that didn't come from that came from the fan community.
Yeah.
And the magazine world, that did not come from Big West Studio New or Kalmori or any of the other
Anything
Macross
official.
creatives. No. So
Yeah.
there's no actual line art for it.
It's awesome. All right.
That would have been fun to see them like incorporate some of that fan stuff into like a future Easter egg somewhere. I think it would have been cool to see something.
Have they ever done that?
I don't know. I mean, we have Orgus Valks. I mean, they can do Easter eggs, right? So,
But that was within the canon of animation.
I guess, you know. But
Beer
I know.
can missiles.
Yeah.
Beer can missiles.
Beer can missiles. It's
Beer
canon. It happened. It's in the anime.
Yeah. As close as you can get to it. But all the different versions of GBPs are always cool. So I've always had an inkling towards just any type of armored Valk. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although they're starting to look Gundamish with the newer ones, but you know, look,
They've always
what
looked
can you do?
Gundamish.
Yeah, you.
Blaspheme. They've always looked like Gundam. That's the whole point. It's the point where you have the best of both worlds. You get your Valkyries, but if you always want to, have a Gundam-like thing, you can just put armor on it and it looks like a Gundam.
It's like I tell people, it gives you a chance to play dress up with your Valkyries. That's what it is.
What are you telling me? I'm playing with dolls and toys.
Exactly.
I'm just playing dress up these days.
It's a way of playing with dolls without playing with dolls.
That's why you always need those armor accessory packs, and that's why they're so damn expensive.
That's why they marketed them as not as dolls, but as action figures.
I see your ploy, toy makers. I am an action figure collector.
Right. You don't play with dolls, you play with action figures.
These guys will never know.
I do have a few dolls up there. I have that Hikaru Toynami figure. So, 1/6 scale. Gotta have a few. Gotta have some figures.
I got those. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's close it. Oh, by the way, before we close this up, I just wanted to say that Celia did not leave. She'll be back in 2 weeks. We didn't kick her out.
We kicked her off.
She went to Texas to see a man about a horse.
A man and a horse. A man and a horse.
Nay, a stallion.
Hey, I just wanted to just do this really quickly, but I have this like pulled up on the website for thing. If anybody wanted to see where you can get these SD packs, you can get them from HOJ. They're actually available for pre-order for October release. And so again, the original set with the Alint, I think this set is the cooler set because it has your skull, it has a GBP, has like a DYRL, and the Alint, right? And so for $30, plus shipping, I think it's actually a really good deal at this price point. There's so many things that are so expensive in the Macross world these days that a kit like this, if you have the wherewithal to build it and make this something, like $30 for a set of 4 figs, I think it's fantastic in 2021.
I think it's all decals too. You don't have to paint it. I'm not sure.
Oh, really? For the colors? Yeah, so you can just build it and put the decals on. That would be awesome.
You do have to glue it though. It's not a snap kit.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Go to the look for the YF-19 egg plane, because let's talk about that. They just they didn't just announce it, but it's been out for a few days for pre-order.
All right, let's see.
All right, gone over to that.
This one.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Oh, it comes with the fig too. It comes with
that's what we're going to talk about. Go ahead. It comes with a 1/24 scale. There's no pictures.
It's gonna load in a second. Sorry. Oh, image coming soon.
All right, I uploaded it anyway, so let's take off the screen.
Yep.
And then so here's what I'm talking about. So this is a reissue of the YF-19 egg plane, but it comes with a 1/24 resin of Myung Fang Loan, and I don't think we've ever had a figure of Myung before, and this is interesting that they would finally come out with it, and it comes out, it comes with this SD, what do you call it, YF-19.
I was just thinking about that. The CMs, they didn't do a CMs version of her either, right? They did like every character in the.
Was there even a Sharon? I don't think there was a Sharon of CMs.
Oh, they didn't even do a guild, huh? So yeah.
Oh, that's true. They didn't do a guild. It's just Isamu.
Yeah.
Yeah. And somebody I think my friend Lucas was asking if
Mhm.
if this Myung was in the same scale as the Isamu, and I think
Mhm.
he was talking about the CM's Isamu, and
Mhm.
it's not. I think the CMs were roughly around 115 scale.
Mhm.
The one that he's like standing up and he has his hand up in the air. You know, he's doing that airplane thingy.
This
Yeah,
this one. How does it?
look
There
at
it
this.
is. I'm like, hello.
That's just saying hi, man. It's like this. So, and this Myung is 124,
Mhm.
and that's a lot smaller than the 115 scale. 124, I think, is in scale with those little metal die-cast metal cars that you see in the gift shops. That's how
Mm.
small it is.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, because the egg planes are actually pretty small. Like, yeah, when you look at them and build them, I have one of the
yeah,
VF1 egg planes. So if that's the height of it next to the egg plane, yeah, it's definitely going to be smaller than CM's.
yeah, and this comes with decals for the YF-19,
Mm-hmm.
but it comes with what do you call it? So eye decals for Myung. So they're gonna be like tiny little decals that you're gonna put on her
Yeah,
eyes.
she's tiny, and now that you say that, like next to an SD plane, I don't know how much value there is to add for that, for like because it's SD size, and then you have her, which is bigger than the S. So it's not. I know it's all off scale, right? But
Yeah.
maybe they're just trying to fit it in that same little box. And what
Well,
was the retail was like $25 though, so it's an extra.
it's nice that they add it in case you
Yeah.
want to draw in the eyes. Those are really hard to draw in.
Yeah,
So if you're
a
really
little
skilled
something.
at putting on decals. But yeah, there hasn't been any. I mean, official. I don't know if anybody's ever done like a custom Myung or anything, but
You've made a fat face Sharon, so I'm surprised you didn't make.
I never. It's not called a fat face Sharon. And I stopped that project because you called it that.
Insider joke for Alex. He's a talented sculptor, and he made a beautiful Sharon apple. I kept saying like, why her cheeks so fat, man? Like, I mean, I'm sure you would have done Young more justice if you ever decided to go that route.
When you what do you call it? When you paint it, you round it off.
That's right. When you heat up the mold, it shrinks it down the sides.
When you recast it,
Yeah,
it just gets thinner. All right, so cool. That's like two things that were announced for Macross as far as merchandise this last week.
and Chad, you're not getting any of them, huh? Not
Chad's
SD
not
is
interested at all.
Yeah, he's not a model builder, not an SD guy. He's like, nope, pass.
He's a book guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting an SD, but not a model. Not really good at building models.
Mm.
The talents lie elsewhere.
All right, so we're gonna close it off right here. If you guys saw the sites, it's on HLJ right now for pre-order. Go ahead and go there or wherever else that you prefer to get your model kits. And that's it. Let's we're gonna say bye for now, and we'll be back later with another subject. See ya.
See ya.